Welcome back to the African keto diet. Or is it the kitchen? The diet, the kitchen. Today I'm going to do something new. I've done it once, but I liked it, so I'm going to do it for everybody to see, something new to enjoy. And then the ingredients are like so much. It's going to have a pastry and it's going to have a filling. So we're going to work on the filling first because the ingredients are so much. So we'll talk about the fillings first, and then when I'm done making it, as it's cooling down, we'll come and make the pastry. And what I'm going to use for my fillings are these. I'm using minced meats. You can use fish, you can use chicken. I'm using cabbage. This is a mixture of I could use cheese if I want, and you could use cheese if you want, but I'm gonna use a little mayo. Most times I try to avoid the dairy and cheese. That's just me. I'm gonna use a little mayo and my salt and my seasoning for my filling, and that is that. So I'm just gonna cut up. And this vegetable, I buy it like this from the bag. So I'm just gonna cut them up. I will add the carrot to give it a little color. Normally you could do this if you're not into the ketogenic way of eating. You could add you could also have spring onions, just your filling is your choice. Just give it whatever you want. Come over to our pot, our cooking pot. I'm going to be using my chicken fat. You can use any keto oil you want. Avocado oil, beef tallow. We don't want it too much oil. Okay, so we are going to start with our cabbage. I don't know why I started with cabbage, but I just noticed that I like starting with the cabbage first. I add my minced meat. Break it up. So I'm gonna put my jalapeno pepper. A little parsley. Like I said, this the feeling is your choice. The feeling is your choice. You can use meat, fish, chicken, stockfish, dry fish, whatever you want to put inside that you're going to enjoy is what you should do. Just do you. And this, the last, you taste it for seasoning to make sure it's up to par. So I'm not just going to cook this on for long. That should do it. We're done. So while it's still hot, I'm gonna add some mayonnaise to it. Sprinkle of zaitan gum. Zaitan gum, just a sprinkle. You don't have to do the zaitan gum, you don't have to do the mayonnaise. Why I am doing the zaitan gum is the mayonnaise is going to emulsify it. If not, the mayonnaise is going to start bringing out water at the bottom. It's just like when you add cornstarch or corn flour to your meat pie filling. Just a little more sprinkle. Always sprinkle zaitan gum. Don't pour. Always do a sprinkle, a little at a time. So we're done with the filling. I thought about different ways I could make the pastry itself, but oh well, I decided to go with my original plan. So I will be using my 0-carb coconut flour. Why I like it is because it is tasteless, odorless, carbless, you know. You don't have to get tired of your baking because it has the coconut flour taste. So I'm using a cup. Maybe I should do a cup, just a little. I'm using a tablespoon and a half of zaitan psyllium husk. I keep mixing the two together. Of psyllium husk, a little onion powder. We need this thing to have a little okay, a little salt. This is all spice, but you can use nutmeg, you can use cinnamon. You can also use cinnamon. One tablespoon of baking powder. But the first time I did it, I didn't use baking powder. It was still okay. Two egg whites, because we're using double portion than normal. I have also tried this thing with a whole egg. It didn't come out nice, so let me help you to avoid mistakes. It's easier to use whole egg. You just put your egg in and it goes in. But I have tried it with whole egg. It didn't come out too nice. It wasn't, it was too, the word will be too stiff. It became too stiff. So if you want a pastry roll that looks like something you added yeast to, if you want a pastry mix that looks as if it has yeast in it, you use only the egg white. If you want the one that is like just like a regular, then you can use with the whole. I'm gonna add in a little butter. This is about like 2 tablespoons, I should say, of butter to 1 cup of coconut flour, 1.5 spoons of psyllium husk, some salt, seasoning, and I'm gonna get down and personal with this thing. Add more water if I need to, because I need it to be really soft so that I can roll it out easier. Now for this thing, you can sweeten the pastry if you want to. You can add sweetener to it if you want to. You can decide to have it savory like I'm going to. It's your choice. You roll it out as thinly as possible. In a circle, 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 circle. Okay, let's just see if this thing is going to work like this. I think the pastry is too thick. Let me see. We worship you. Hallelujah, hallelujah. Pinch, pinch, pinch. Pinch, pinch, pinch. You have to be careful so that you don't poke holes into the pastry whilst you're pushing it down. Gently roll it on all sides in a circle. Bring the phone here. If you're done, bring it here. I'm in the kitchen. So this is another one. Okay, I want to try it somewhere else, something else. But this was, the first one is what I started out with. So we are going to see how this one is going to work out. Because I am going to put this in the oven. Leave a little space at the end. So when you do it, you tell me the one you like best. We're going to try this in another form. Then I'm going to pinch the edges close. Just going to close the edges in. Okay. I'm gonna bake this thing as 300 or 150 degrees Fahrenheit or Celsius. But I'm just gonna use, my egg yolk. Since I already had the egg white, egg yolk. I don't know how it's gonna turn out, but let's see. I'm just gonna do something different. I think that should do it. You don't want it to be too hot. You don't want it to be like not hot enough. See, this one is open. It really needs to be closed, otherwise all of its secret will open up in the pot. You can put it in any shape or size or form you want. The only thing we know is just stuffed breakfast, something. Maybe you could give it a better name. I'm just going to think of a name for it. And then let's have your name in the comment box. So it is ready, ready. All right, so it's ready. This is what it looks like. I just cut it up. This is what the inside looks like. It's still very hot. Should have waited for it to cool down. And the one in the oven is still baking. I like this thing. The one in the oven is still baking, so when it's ready, I will also do a show and tell. All right? So this is what our baked look like. Looks good anyways. This is what it looks like. Looks like.